Hi, and welcome back to my channel. This is Mary, and I'm so glad that you're here. I want to say thank you so much for all my new subscribers. I would never have thought that I would have reached 100, let alone 2 over that. So I do so much appreciate it. Thank you ever so much. Thank you. It has done my heart a lot of good to know that you all want to be a part of my channel. Thank you. Okay, so today I'm kind of figuring something out as I go here. And I use this punch. It's just a little, I don't know, little floral flower punch. And I'm going to use glossy accents. I'm going to use my Tombow glue. And we're going to experiment today making our own journal charms. I never really thought much of it. I thought, well, do I really need a charm for my journal? You never know, you might. So, kind of like that one. So this is a Tim Holtz, I didn't even tell you, but anyway, this is Tim Holtz collage paper. It's more of a tissue paper than anything, okay? Or maybe a little bit stronger than a tissue paper. This is just one I've had for a while. Anyway, so I may have already shown you that. I don't know. I mean, not in this video, but maybe in another time. I have no idea. Anyway, so I'm going to just... I've never made journal charms before, so this will be rather interesting, I think. I was watching someone else's video earlier today, and she was making, well, I should say this crafter was making journal charms, but I didn't watch it all the way through. She was using something else, and I thought, it gave me an idea, and I thought, well, why don't I try my version of it, and let's see how it does. Whoops. I'm going off the edge here. Today was such a beautiful day. We had temperatures, at least at our house, upwards to 70 degrees. So, yeah. That's pretty nice for the first day of March. So I'm just sort of pressing this down a little bit here. I'm not too terribly worried about the other side, but, you know, this, if you do use this method, you want to make sure that you cut the other side. I'm just trying to make sure that this glue is going to work and stick the way I want it to. Now that we're just gonna, remember, this is just an experiment. I don't know if this is actually going to work or not, but we will see for sure. For sure. That's all I need is gluey paper to stick to me. This will be the, I don't know, maybe the most time consuming? I don't know. And you could probably just, I was hoping I was not off camera. Now, for those of you, I don't know how popular it will be, talking about my other video that I gave you a heads up on, which was the Heady Hedgehog. I mean, you're welcome to use that if you would like. It was just kind of something fun to do. I have not posted it to my blog yet or anything, so I'm just letting you know. I'm waiting for a time where I have a little bit more time off from work to work on that. I was hoping this would be a little bit quicker. I don't know for sure. Anyway, I think for the most part I've got that stuck down to where it'll stick now. So you can kind of see that it has a little bit of a rose on that. Oh yeah, and you'll want to use some bulb pins. I don't know, we might want to go ahead and glue this on the other side maybe. But I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm just kind of seeing how this is going to work first. There might be another way that you could do this too, just to kind of, but I'm just trying to see for myself if this is going to work. First I thought, well, I don't need to make a video for that, but you know, you might want to know what works too. And maybe you've already kind of created some of your own charms for your journals. And maybe you found something that works for you. But since I've not ever tried this, I thought I would at least see for myself if it's going to work out or not. Now this is a little bit more flimsy, so I will probably need to go ahead and glue this on the other side then. That's what I'm thinking. Just to have a little bit more of a sturdiness there. I'm not sure if this liquid glue is probably the best glue to use or not, but it was just something to use. You could probably even use a cereal box too. I'm going to see if this glue will work. I'm just using, oh, I remember that one being clogged. Okay, we'll use the fat end here. So I need to unclog my glue tips here. I probably got more than enough glue on there. This is also a glue by Tombow glue. So I'm just going to smear this around with my fingertip. Yay! Got it on my fingers. That's why I keep these around so I can use them. Nice little handy thing to have at your desk. Yay. So now I need to put that lovely there's one little spot there that just will not come apart. I'm wondering, is that going to pull up? Ah! Well, that's not good. So now we can see that using tissue paper is not going to work. Yeah. Well, that was a fail, wasn't it? But I'm not gonna throw that away. So we're not gonna use tissue paper. I never would have thought that would have just come apart like that, but sadly it did. Okay, so what do I want to use? Tell you what. Let's see how well a sticker works. And again, this is just me like a trial and error thing here. Yeah, I did all that wonderful gluing, and for what? I know, let's try something else here. I just want to see if this is going to work or not. I will not give up yet. Okay, so let's just say we want to do something that'll be easy enough to... Oh, I don't know. Let's try this one. Uh-oh. Is that going to be too tall? Oh my goodness, yes it is. But it can't be taller than that then, can it be? That's going to be too tall. That'll be too tall. Do I have anything that will work? Well, let's see here. Let's go ahead and try this flourish just for the heck of it. Oh, I don't want to try that side for some reason. Let me see, would that work? I don't want it to stick. Well, gosh, I was hoping that would work. Well, back to the old drawing board here. Let's see. What happened to my other thing here? We just have that little spot right there. But that really ripped right there. Trying to think what else I could use. Maybe like a book page or something like that. I'll tell you what, just for the sake of, I don't want to have to go every which way looking for stuff here. And of course, this would have to be square. Oh well. I'm just going to do it right there. Boom. Okay. Well, obviously, the tissue paper was just a little bit too flimsy. So I'm going to go back over this. Now I'm going to have all kinds of layers on this particular one, but that's okay. This is just a practice anyway, right? It's not, we're not. Oh, I always want to reach for that thing, but I don't think I want to reach for that. Let's see. Let's see if a glue stick will work. Shall we? Shall we see if a glue stick will work? Trying to keep an eye on the time here, so I just want to make sure I saturate that really well. And we're just going to glue that right over that. Not that you have to do that, but I'm doing that because I did a boo-boo. I don't know, that tends to move, doesn't it? So maybe that's not the bestest thing in the world either. Okay, so the first glue we used was this stuff. That was a little bit more liquid than I liked. We're using this time around the industrial strength formula of the Eileen's glue stick here. So we'll see if that gives us any better thing here. We shall see. We shall see. Oh, definitely try here. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is use glossy accents. Obviously, this is not the prettiest thing in the world, but let's just say for all general purposes, we'll add a butterfly to it. But this will have to be something I have to glue down too. Okay, so what do we use to glue that down with? Huh? Huh? I don't know, I guess I thought this would be easier than this. I was thinking how easy it would be in my mind, but when you actually try it, then it's like, oh my goodness, what was I thinking? Okay, so we add like a little butterfly to this. So that adds more interest to that, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. A little bit on the sticky side. That's not terrible. All right, I'm going to put that aside. Now this is like 3 inches thick. No, it's not 3 inches thick, but it's three things thick here, so not 3 inches thick. So now that I think that's on there and everything, that's not going to go anywhere. At least I hope it won't go anywhere. Now I'm going to use glossy accents. And what glossy accents is, it's a 3-dimensional clear gloss medium. You can use it to accent, brighten, magnify, dimensionalize, bond and protect embellishments and designs. So instead of, me going and rushing to the store today, I didn't want to have to do that. So I'm going to use some of this stuff. We're just going to put it here and there. And you have some time to work with it, so it's not going to like dry like right now, But I'm just going to brush that over that. The goal is to make this shiny as much as possible. And also put something over here to kind of protect this. That is the goal. I might want a little bit more here. Oh my goodness. Since it was so pretty today and everything, I've been hearing more and more people go up and down our street with their stereos blasting. This should dry clear. And it doesn't have an odor or anything, so if you're worried about if glossy accents is going to have an odor, it won't have. Now, Mod Podge would probably work just as well, but I thought I'd give glossy accents a try because I don't usually use that very often. You can kind of see that it has a sheen to it. Okay, did I miss any place? I can't tell. I may have missed a few places, so we're just going to go ahead and squeeze a little bit more on there. I might as well use that stuff because it's just been sitting on a shelf. Probably just wasting away. Now you're going to have to give this some time to dry here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pause you for a moment or two so I can go ahead and dry that. Since this glossy accents acts like a glue and it's like gloss all in one, you're going to want to make sure that whether you use, I don't know about a sponge brush, but I know that a regular brush, you're going to want to clean it immediately. Otherwise, it's going to dry with that. I'm just using this wet wipe here to do that. So it won't maybe dry. Okay, I'll be right back. I am back. I just wanted to show you that I used my my dry gun, my heat gun, whatever you want to call it. And that is now dry. Now, depending on how thick that you put that on there would mean that you would have to dry it a little bit longer. So you can see that it does have a sheen to it. Okay, so what I've decided to do, since this is plain and ordinary on the back, I just went ahead and but I punched out another paper. Now this is gonna be several thicknesses. You wouldn't have to do this, but because I did a boo-boo on there, then I wanted to make sure that I go ahead and put this on the back here. So I think with this one I will use probably this, well, maybe this, because it is a little bit faster. Make sure I go to the edges here. I mean, that's thick with glue now. This won't matter which way this goes on here. And you wouldn't necessarily have to put the glossy accents on the back here. Okay, you just want to make sure that that is now glued down. I like to kind of mash it in between my hands just to make sure that makes it good, that it adheres well. That's the word I'm looking for. So there's just no rhyme or reason to that at all. It's definitely a lot thicker than it was. Anyway, so that looks really nice. If you want to know what kind of glue stick this is, it's Eileen's Industrial Strength Glue Stick. There is no odor to it whatsoever, so I'm just letting you know in case you have kind of a problem with, you know, something that would be slightly stinky. Okay, this is what I want. Is this what I want? Yeah. So, in order for this to be a charm, you would need to get a hole in that, and you want your butterfly to be up that way, so hopefully this will go through here. Oh my goodness, what in the world am I trying to do here? Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Just want to put a little hole in that. And then what you'll do is you'll take one of your bulb pins here. Oops, mercy, that scared me. Well, it startled me. It didn't scare me, but it startled me. So, and then you stick that through there, and then you have instantaneous, there's your charm. And then also, if you wanted to kind of distress this a little bit, I'm just trying to show you how easy this was, and it didn't require going out and getting really messy chemicals to work with or anything. If you want to kind of stress your edges a little bit, you can use some sandpaper. And right away it gives it that nice little aged look about it. We wouldn't have to do it a lot. That also gives any of the areas where you had to kind of cut that paper a better look. It kind of smooths out the edges a little bit. At least I think it does. You wouldn't have to do this, but I thought I would try it. Like I said, I've not made a charm before, so I am just kind of winging it, really. Now that's nice and solid on there. That butterfly cannot move. He is stuck in time. So if we wanted to, we could add another little hole down here and actually add some other things to that. Let me see what I've got that I can add to it. So like, let me see if I can get this out. I have some starfish, but I have some little angels here, if you can see that. It says made for an angel. You know what, I'll just put that up a little bit later, otherwise I'm going to be struggling with that little teeny packaging. Okay, so you have this on the top, right? So you could say, yeah, okay, great, I got that on the top. My goodness, I just struggle so much. So now if you wanted to use a bulb pin or a jump ring down here, you could. See how cute that looks? Wow, I wondered if this was going to look right. So I kind of want it. Let's see. It's going to hang like that, right? So I would need it maybe about there. Yeah. Maybe. You think? Just go for it. Okay. So, I don't have a jump ring handy. I would have to get into my jewelry, but you could also do this. Yeah. And there you go. Well, I don't know why that wanted to do that. Probably down here I would use a jump ring, because I can see how that would be a bit of a irritant to have that right there. It can't freely dangle either way. But that just, it kind of shows you what you can do. But I already know that I would use probably a jump ring down here. And for that, I'd have to get out my jewelry. So anyway, there you go. Well, see, that's something we figured out together, and you didn't have to go out and buy any unusual glues or, you know, anything that would, I don't know. What if you didn't have all that stuff on hand? So see, what we use is the glossy accents. And you can get that on scrapbook.com. You should, if you have a Hobby Lobby or Michael's in town near you, they should carry that as well. So anyway, and I've had this one for quite a long time, so I'm not really sure how much they cost anymore. But anyway, My time is kind of long on here and I don't want to go on forever. So this will be one video that I'll upload this evening then. Alrighty, thank you so much. Like and subscribe and leave me a comment too. That also helps me to know that you're watching my videos, that you find my videos interesting. And I'm not saying you don't find them interesting by any means, but that just really does my heart good, though, to know that if you leave a comment, that just lets me know that you really like my videos. Okay, well, see, I was just curious about that myself, and you can see that it worked just fine. Alrighty, have a good evening. Bye-bye.